Hello and welcome to this updated nether brick block update video. That's not easy to say first thing in the morning. Since I did the other video about the new blocks, they have brought out even more new blocks. We are going to have a look at all the blocks that they have added and see what colour palettes they fall into. I'm not going to do all of these. These are all the Blackstone, and obviously the colours all run into each other, but they've got the variants, the slabs, the stairs, the walls, again for the polished Blackstone as well. Oh, I missed this one. Oops, I'll have to set that one up at the end. And then again for these ones here, they're in the same colour palette as these. I'm sure you've seen videos with all of the blocks in, and these are the new nether brick cracked and chiselled, the quartz bricks. And I haven't done a colour palette for these because these are pretty much, well, these are the same colours as the existing blocks. Let's get on with it then. First, we are starting with the nether gold ore. So obviously this goes with the nether brick because it is exactly the same texture and colour as the nether brick, which means that it goes with the red nether brick. And at a push, yeah, I think it does, with the normal nether brick as well. Now I put it here with the crimson nylium because the top, I think, went quite well, but actually looking at it from the side, that looks quite nice because this has obviously got the nether wart colouring in it as well. And then we've got the oranges that work quite nicely because you've got orange in here as well as the gold colours, and the yellow concrete yellow will go well here. And I quite like it with this orange concrete powder as well because you've got the light colours in there and the darker ones to go with these. Nether wart block, I think at a push that goes. It's kind of a contrast with this colour, but I think at a push that might work quite nicely with it. Last we have purple terracotta. I think this actually does go quite well with these colours. Oh, and then of course there's the gold block as well because obviously it's going to go. I'm presuming they've taken these colours from here. By the way, if you didn't see the other block video, please go and check it out at the end of this one. We are moving on to the crying obsidian. I love this one. Not because it's got purples in it, or maybe it is because it's got purples in it. I just love this colour spectrum in here. Obviously it goes with the purple concrete, purple wool, and this is actually blue terracotta because we do have blues in here. What we might find is that the blue actually goes with it as well. Yes, that was a slight oversight on my part. The blues go because you've got the blues in there. This is grey wool, which I think at a pinch goes because this has kind of got greyish cyanish colours in it. Then of course we've got obsidian because it's the same background as the obsidian. Grey concrete, again, that kind of goes in the grey spectrums. And then of course black concrete because hey, everything goes with black, doesn't it? And obviously we've got black in there, but I think that's really, I think that's a really lovely colour. Coming on to the Blackstone. Oh yes, I did put the polished Blackstone bricks in here as well because they are actually the same tones and colours, and the polished Blackstone is as well, but I've just put this in to highlight that it goes with some of these. First off, we've got light grey wool. I know there aren't very many light colours in here, but I think it does, the mid-tones here go with it. I think it's a nice contrast, the light and the dark. Again, we've got grey wool to go with it, but I think it kind of works better with things like this, the blue terracotta and the grey concrete, because the grey wool is a little bit cyan, whereas this is a little bit purpley pinky, but that's quite purple in that bit. Moving on, I've put light grey concrete in as well, again like the light grey wool as a little bit of a contrast, and then obviously the black because there are touches of black in there. Then something more conventional, I've gone for the stone colours. The stone's a little bit warmer than the colours in here, but again that could be quite a nice contrast. I think the andesite works a little better with it because you've got more kind of bluey tones in here, and I think this one, possibly the polished andesite, works the best because you have got those little touches of blue in there that go with the blues of the Blackstone. Moving on to the Lodestone. Now, when I was putting this in this configuration, I noticed I like the graduation of these dark bits and then they kind of go lighter to here. I really quite like that. I think this is going to be quite an interesting structural block, especially if it works with things like the polished andesite for buildings. We've got the cyan terracotta, which everybody knows is kind of a greyish colour. So I think that works well. Light grey concrete, which matches some of these colours in here. And then gravel as well. We've got kind of the pinky tones in here, which go with some of the pinky purpley tones in the Lodestone. Again, blue terracotta. So we're seeing a lot of the same types of blocks because these are all in a similar colour theme. Polished andesite again with the little blue bits in. I think they match quite well with these bits. And the regular andesite, which I think the regular andesite works better with this one than the polished, because the Lodestone almost looks like it's actually the andesite, the regular andesite block just with the pattern on. And then grey concrete powder. Again, concrete powder is really good because it's got the slight texture in it and I think that works really well. Grey concrete, again matching the colours, and black concrete. I know there isn't like black in here, but again, black goes with pretty much anything. This I'm gonna have to put one down here because I love the top as well. This is the respawn anchor. I love the colours in here. I love them. And again, purples. I'm a sucker for the purples. Anything in the kind of blues, purples range. Light blue terracotta, purple concrete, and obviously the black because this does have black in it. And then this is what reminded me about the blues on the crying obsidian. We've got blues in this as well. So you've got the blues, say the wool. Oh, I've got two wools on there. Yeah, I've got a bit overboard on that. Let's change it for a blue concrete. Yeah, I think that works all right. Avoid the light blue because the light blue is more of a kind of aqua colour, but the dark blues are lovely with that. These are kind of the different ones in this set of blocks. Obviously, apart from the gold ore, they've all been purpley, bluey greys. So this is the target block. And I have put this because it's got kind of fawn brown colours in it. Obviously with the red it'll go with the target. We've got stripped oak and stripped birch, which I think both work really well with the brown colours. Got the smooth quartz, and I have added the chiselled quartz here so that you can see that actually it is exactly the same colour as that. So the chiselled quartz will go with pretty much anything that the smooth quartz goes with, but because it's got like a pinky colour in it, I think it goes really well with the target block. And again, in turn, works with the white terracotta as well. Not sure that that goes completely with this, but I think if you were to use it sparingly, it might go, but you have got plenty of other choices here before you go to the white terracotta, such as the bone block. It's a little bit greyish, but I think it would work at a pinch. Brown mushroom block. I really quite like this with this. I need to use more brown mushroom blocks, to be honest with you. And then we go into the browns here, brown wool, brown concrete, again to go with these fawn type colours, and brown terracotta. This dark red here is almost a brown. And then I've put some red nether brick in with it as well because I think the red goes with the target there. Moving on, we've got the polished basalt or basalt. I must look up to see how you say that. Again, this is greys and blues in the spectrum. So we've got cyan terracotta. I think that works really quite well with it because of this colour here. Again, more traditional blocks. We've got the stone bricks. I think this might look good as a path actually. Maybe some of the polished basalt on its side. Let me just check that I can. Oh yes, you can. Excellent. The stone don't think goes quite as well as the stone brick because the stone brick's got kind of pinky colours in it. Grey wool is looking a tiny bit green, but it could work with it. Obviously, we're just looking at complementary colours here rather than contrasting colours. Gravel, again, at a push because it's like they've got the pinky tones in, and this has got like the pinky purpley tones. Grey concrete, I think that goes really quite well. And the light grey concrete obviously is similar to this colour here, although the light grey concrete is slightly more yellow. Again, grey concrete powder, I think that works quite well. Again, it's a little bit green. That's kind of like the same as the grey wool. And then I think these go really well. The light blue terracotta and the blue terracotta, I think they go really nicely with that. Okay, off the cuff, Gilded Blackstone. Let's see what goes with that. Black. I think we'll go with black. Actually, this is probably quite a good thing for you to see, the process that I take to come up with the colours. What I do is I look at the colours and think, right, what colours are there? There are black, there are purples, there are yellows and golds. You see that, which is the purple terracotta, I think, kind of goes but doesn't, but gives me an idea looking at that, that the nether bricks might work. Oh yeah, I think actually that goes quite nicely. So that's blue terracotta. I think that goes quite nicely as well. So now you've seen my basis of what I do, I'm gonna get some more things set up here and then come back to you. I've added the yellow wool and I think that the light blue terracotta goes really well. This is orange terracotta, which I think goes really well and is kind of showing me that the nether brick maybe doesn't work as well. So I'm going to take that out. But I really like this. Obviously the acacia and the orange all are very similar tones, so I think they go really well, and I really like this one with it, the grey concrete as well. As you can see, this update of blocks is very much in the greys, purples, blues mostly, which I love. Yay! If you're interested in me doing a more in-depth video about how to put colour palette blocks together, then please let me know in the comments below. And which one's your favourite? I love, well, I said which ones my favourite were, but let me know in the comments. Consider subscribing for more content like this, and thumbs up if you like the video. I shall see you in the next one. Bye!